Welcome back to Crypto Meets AI. Jerry here with an update for you. Do me a favor, friends. Smash that like button, hit subscribe, and comment down below. It really helps with the algorithm. Now let's get into this. We're sitting at $3.22, trading within a range of 316 to 324. That range is tightening up pretty good, but we are holding our support. I would say the 310 to 320 range. I expect us just to continue trading sideways, probably up until the August 1st trade deadline that will go into effect. And today, the US and the EU struck a major trade deal. 15% tariff set on most EU goods. Key sectors like aircraft, semiconductors, and pharmas are exempted. And EU to purchase 750 billion US energy and 600 billion in EU investments pledged, including defense buys. Steel and aluminum tariffs will remain at 50% pending quota shift. I have to say, Trump is the king of the deal makers. The art of the deal, right there. And Bank of America just went all in with Ripple and RLUSD. Bank of America is teaming up with Ripple to use RLUSD for internal transactions. Why RLUSD? Well, RLUSD isn't just a stablecoin. It's Ripple's institutional settlement weapon, fully ISO 222 compliant and engineered for real-world asset tokenization. When a giant like Bank of America plugs into RLUSD, it's signaling one thing. The rails are live and active. Now let's talk infrastructure. BNY Mellon, the world's oldest custody bank, is securing the value layer. River and OpenPay are enabling seamless on and off ramps between traditional banking and tokenized flows. And at the center, XRP, the bridge asset, the liquidity protocol, the kingmaker. Real world assets are a $100 trillion market. Ripple isn't chasing meme coins. They're tokenizing treasuries, bonds, commodities, and now institutional liquidity flows. The combo of RLUSD plus XRP turns the XRPL into a dual-layer settlement engine. RLUSD equals stable fuel. XRP is a neutral bridge. The conspiracy angle. This isn't an experiment. This is the shadow launch of the new financial order. While the public watches ETF and meme coins casinos, Bank of America and BNY Mellon are wiring the reset rails, and XRP is their conduit. Think bigger. Every internal BOA transaction that settles in RLUSD is one step closer to public-facing RWA corridors. When those doors open, liquidity floods XRP because no other digital asset can handle the throughput or compliance. This is why XRP is no longer just a coin. It's becoming the institutional liquidity grid, the protocol for tokenizing and moving real-world value across borders. It's amazing to see that neutral bridge asset working in plain sight. What I found digging into XRP blew my mind. It's not just a bridge, it's designed like a modern reserve asset, interoperable with CBDCs and aligned with the IMF liquidity goals. Rails for global value transfer already here. How early do you think we really are? What I found exploring XRP's role in global value transfer. 1. XRP has a technical framework to serve as a modern reserve asset. 2. It complements the goals of the IMF SDR system. 3. Ripple's private ledger offers a path for CBDC interoperability. 4. XRP already bridges fiat currencies without requiring trust or collateral. 5. The public XRP ledger is fully transparent and enterprise ready. 6. Ripple's ecosystem aligns with institutional standards and global adoption. XRP will be the neutral bridge asset. And why could August 15, 2025 be a turning point for Ripple, XRP, and the future of finance? From the SEC lawsuit to global monetary resets, too many timelines converge on this one date. Let's break down what might be coming and what Ripple could be preparing for. First, why August 15th? It's not just a random date. August 15th, 1971, the U.S. exit the gold standard, the Nixon shock. August 15th, 2025, BRICS Summit Road Rally in Russia focused on de-dollarization and digital currencies. Ripple versus SEC approval window deadline for Ripple lawsuit resolution. Expected time frame for RLUSD banking integration. It marks a potential monetary inflection point, 54 years after gold was decoupled from the U.S. dollar. The SEC lawsuit, a deliberate delay. The Ripple versus SEC began in December of 2020. July 2023, Judge Torres rules XRP is not a security and pragmatic sells. 2024 to 2025, the SEC delays full resolution via appeals and procedural stalling. Ripple pushes ahead with RLUSD, banking charter, and Fed access. Many believe the lawsuit has served to stall Ripple while institutions prepare behind the scenes. Could August of 2025 be the point where regulatory clarity finally lands? BRICS 2025 Summit Road Rally, an economic power shift. The 2025 BRICS Road Rally is scheduled for August 9th through the 15th in Kazan, Russia. Agenda per leaked documents and officials. New BRICS currency or settlement system. Global de-dollarization strategy. Digital assets and blockchain finance. Could this date represent a coordinated global pivot with Ripple's tech or XRP liquidity playing a major role? All roads lead to infrastructure. By August 2025, Ripple could have a live regulated stablecoin, RLUSD, a U.S. bank charter clarity via OCC, clarity on direct Fed access for RLUSD reserves, institutional XRP corridors live in 50-plus countries, active tokenization of treasuries, real estate, and CBDCs on the XRPL, and regulatory clarity post-SEC lawsuit. This makes Ripple the backbone, not just a product. What it could mean for XRP. XRP doesn't need hype, it needs utility. If RLUSD flows across XRPL and tokenized assets bridge with XRP, ODL usage expands with regulated clarity, stablecoins and CBDCs move cross-border, the XRP becomes the defiant liquidity layer for a new global standard. Most people don't know this, but in 1933, under Executive Order 6102, holding physical gold was made illegal in the U.S. Citizens were forced to surrender their gold to the government at a fixed price, way cheaper than fair value, or face penalties. The dollar was backed by gold, but only the government was allowed to hold it. In 1971, Nixon shock ended the Bretton Woods system, decoupling the U.S. dollar from gold. The shift led to decades of liquidity traps, inflation cycles, and rising demand for more transparent, efficient financial system. Today, as trust in fiat weakens, the need for neutral, interoperable, value-efficient infrastructure is clearer than ever. Ripple addresses this. XRP acts as a bridge asset for real-time global liquidity. RLUSD brings a regulated, collateralized, stable layer. RippleNet plus ODL provide infrastructure for tokenized, settlement-ready money, a modern solution for a post-gold, multi-currency world. Final thought. August 15th, 2025 could be the end of Ripple's regulatory standoff, the start of Ripple's fully regulated financial infrastructure provider, and maybe the pivot point for a new global monetary system. Bookmark this, watch the timelines, XRP's moment may be closer than it appears. It's time to remember how long the SEC versus Ripple circus has been going on. The institutions and Ripple needed time to prepare the new financial system, an orchestrated lawsuit to keep the price down and retail out. Many sold out and now they regret it. And when this all happened back in 2020, 2021, I was able to hold on to my XRP for a pretty good period. But eventually I was forced to sell it because all the exchanges had delisted it. I really wish I had known about Uphold because they never delisted XRP. And breaking. And Eric Trump says that cryptos like XRP will replace or partner with banks like JPMorgan Chase. Like I've been saying, they don't have a choice. They either jump on board or they will get left behind and rolled over. Because once XRP gets that bank charter and that Fed master account, like I say, all bets are off. It's now or never. The XRP ledger is having a full breakout. XRPL RWA tokens will make millionaires.
And I go, why do these banks even need to exist? What is it that, and I go, why do these banks even need to exist? What is it that JPMorgan Chase does, that DeFi, that blockchain can't do better, cheaper, more efficiently, more transparently? Hence really the creation of this idea and really hence my entrance into, the cryptocurrency world. And I think it's going to solve a lot of problems. The SWIFT system in this country is absolutely broken. Every week I'm waiting for a wire transfer to come in at 4 o'clock on a Friday afternoon or trying to send one out. It's slow, it's lethargic, it doesn't make any sense. You look at what digital currency can do. You look what a digital currency backed by the US dollar, backed by US treasuries that can be sent anywhere on earth instantaneously, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week can do. It's going to revolutionize finance, and we're very excited to be on the forefront of it.
That's exactly right. It is revolutionizing finance, 100%. Bank of America's stablecoin will crown XRP as the king of global settlement. They need speed, compliance, and liquidity. Ripple already built the RELs, RLUSD approved by the NYDFS, BNY Mellon custody, 70 billion plus annual volume. If the banks unite, everything resets. Are you ready? And last up, some HBAR news. HBAR price prediction eyes a 45% increase, hitting that 40-cent mark as metrics surges. The token formed a highly bullish golden cross pattern on July 17th. And I'm not sure if you guys have noticed, but we've talked on this channel about the Ethereum golden cross pattern, the XRP golden cross pattern, and the XLM golden cross pattern, and now the HBAR golden cross pattern. All four of those have had the same golden cross pattern form around the same exact time. Most importantly, it broke out above the key resistance levels at 22 cents, its highest point on May 12th, and the neckline of the double bottom at 12 cents. It then retested that level, confirming the break and retest pattern. The HBAR price is also in the second phase of the Elliott wave, meaning it will soon enter the third phase. The third phase is usually the longest. Therefore, Hedera is likely to continue rising as bull targets last year's high of 40 cents, which represents a 43% increase from the current level. Currently trading at 28 cents and has done 1.2 billion volume in the last 24 hours is huge. It looks like we're going to break out again soon, in my opinion. This is not financial advice, of course. Well, that's what I have for you folks. Until next time, stay savvy, stay stacking, and I'll catch you in the next one. If you enjoyed this, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and comment down below. And if you want more crypto deep dives, check out our videos right here on Crypto Meets AI. Thank you for watching. Remember to always do your own research. This is not financial advice.